All right. I really wasn't going to watch this fight. I said I would catch the highlights because, it's interesting. Something I used to watch boxing. I used to watch sports a lot. I don't do it as much anymore just because it's all fake to me. Everything's fake. Basically, I don't see any reality in this world. So when I start to see, past the veil and see the truth behind the walls, I just say, all right, fuck it. Like, none of this stuff is worth watching. But let's talk about the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. And the only reason why I'm talking about this is because it has to do with the real truth. What really happened, right? And who really won? Why did it go down the way it went down? And how controlled is the world, right? Now, if you guys watched my last video on Mike Tyson, he was spitting some truth to this little girl. And he was telling her that his legacy doesn't matter. He doesn't care about it. Fuck his legacy. Who cares about legacy? It's an ego thing, right? And I had somebody say some comments to me, Robbie, I'm gonna have a whole video dedicated just to you because you keep saying things I don't agree with. I'm gonna keep it friendly with you because I like you, but you keep saying things. I'm gonna have to school you. I'm gonna have to educate you because you're just not getting what I'm saying. But regardless, so Mike Tyson was schooling this little girl, and I feel like after that interview, whether he had made up his mind or not about it, he had already decided what he was going to do when he got in the ring with Jake Paul. And it wasn't going to be a real thing. They probably talked about it. They probably said, hey, look, we're both going to get a lot of money. I like you. You like me. Mike, this is probably what Jake Paul said. Mike, come get this money. Come get this 20 million, 30 million, whatever amount of money he would get, right? And I was like, damn, shit. If it was going to be that kind of fight, shit, I'll get in the ring with either one of them for that kind of money just to stand around and basically do nothing. Because that's pretty much what happened. In the beginning, in the first couple of rounds, it seemed interesting, right? But then it turned out to be garbage. Why was it garbage? Because Mike Tyson wasn't doing anything. Now, I heard a lot of these fake people in the media, sports figures, boxers, and all this stuff. They were like, oh, yeah, Mike Tyson's too old. He can't fight back, blah, blah, blah. There's something that they missed. And if you know anything about fighting or boxing or anything, Mike Tyson had his hands up the whole fight. Mike Tyson wasn't really tired as much as people think. Maybe he was a little tired, but he had his hands up the whole fight. What does that mean? Well, it means that he could still fight. It means he still had energy. He could have thrown some punches, but he didn't. Why? Because it wasn't a real event. It was fake. It was staged, right? And the only person that won was Mike Tyson. Jake Paul didn't win because it looks bad on him to fight somebody that's that old, right? The promoters didn't win because the event was a disaster. And a lot of people think it was rigged, it was fake, it was staged. The only people that are saying that it was real are the people that are in the media. Everyone else isn't fooled by it. Especially not me. I can see through all the bullshit, right? I know how to fight. I know a little bit about boxing. I know about all these sports, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, so Mike Tyson didn't want to fight this guy for real, right? Mike Tyson in the beginning, in the first couple of rounds, he caught Jake Paul with a few punches where you could tell Jake Paul felt it. He was stunned. He was like, oh shit, this guy can hit. And Mike Tyson was letting him know, like, hey, if I really want to hurt you or hit you hard, I can. But that's not what we agreed to. And when Mike Tyson was talking, so this is going back to the last video now, when he talked to that little girl, he already knew what was going to happen in this fight. So he's like, and I think Mike Tyson deep down didn't want to do this, but he wanted the money. So he's like, well, fuck, I want the money, but I got to be a fake person and I got to go out there and put on a show and just do the shit. But you know why he did it? Let me tell you why he did it. Because he said, fuck you, little girl. Fuck you, all these people that are watching. Fuck you, the promoters. Fuck Jake Paul. Fuck everybody. I'm going to get my money. And I don't care what anybody thinks about me. Because nobody cares about Mike Tyson, the old man that has already proven his legacy. He's already beaten people. He's already done a lot. He doesn't need to prove anything. He doesn't need to be fighting. This is a barbaric sport. All these, MMA and all this shit. Like, I don't really believe in... It's entertaining, right? Don't get me wrong. But I don't really believe in fighting for money or for sport. I think it's barbaric. I think it's caveman-like, right? What are we doing here? And Mike Tyson probably got to the point where he was like, you know what? I'm going to go do this. I'm going to get my money and I'm not going to do anything. I don't need to do anything. I've already proven myself in the past. Why do I need to go out here and pretend that I have to beat this guy? And of course, he likes Jake Paul. They're friends. So he's like, you know what? I'm not going to embarrass him. I'm just going to get, he's giving me this opportunity to fight him. He's promoting the fight. He put on the event. Why am I going to go and beat this guy up when he's giving me money? For what? To entertain these fucking clowns? To entertain these humans? Who's he doing this for? So again, Mike Tyson's the only person that won because he got his fucking money and he said, fuck everybody. I don't care what you guys want to see. You guys want to see me beat up Jake Paul? It's not going to happen. That's what everybody wanted to see. But it didn't happen because Mike Tyson chose not to do it. Am I saying that he's young? No. Am I saying that he really could have beat Jake Paul? No. Maybe Jake Paul could have beaten him. But we don't really know what the result would have been because Mike Tyson didn't really try. That's all I'm trying to say. It wasn't a real fight. It was if exhibition ever meant anything, this was the epitome of what an exhibition is. Because nothing really happened. And towards the end, Jake Paul tried to put on a little show and he started hitting Mike more. When he realized, like, Jake Paul was like, oh shit, Mike's not really doing anything. And the crowd is getting restless. I gotta put on some kind of show. So he started hitting Mike. Mike wasn't doing anything. He was just standing there with his hands up and just moving around, just blocking his shots or dodging. That's all that happened. And again, this is what Mike was talking about when he told the little girl, legacy means nothing. Because now people are looking at Mike Tyson like, what did you do? Again, people are still going to like, nobody's going to hate Mike Tyson for this. Mike Tyson is the only one that could have won in this situation because he's old and people already like him. So he's going to have support regardless of what happens. And honestly, this isn't going to really hurt Jake Paul that much because he didn't really do much. Like, he just basically sparred with Mike Tyson in a glorified exhibition sparring match in front of the world. That's all that happened. But anyways, I'm only talking about this because I see all these people in the media trying to sell this as oh, well, Mike Tyson was old. He didn't have legs. He couldn't fight. He couldn't do anything. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, he could have. I promise you that Mike Tyson could have. Go look at the fight. Look towards after round 3, what Mike Tyson started to do. He in the first couple of rounds he was fighting. He was, active. And then he just said, I'm not doing anything. He threw a couple of punches here and there. And then he just stopped. And he was just standing there. He was moving back and forth. Now, if Mike Tyson was really as fatigued and tired as they say, then who would have dropped his hands? Anybody that knows about boxing or fighting, when a boxer gets tired, he's going to put his hands down. He's going to start dropping his hands. He's going to look like he can't fight. Mike Tyson looked like he could still throw punches. He just wasn't doing it. But that's what happens when you can fool the world, right? That's what happens when people believe in all this nonsense. So again, I'm only talking about it because this is why he said what he said to that girl. Fuck my legacy. Fuck all this shit. None of this shit matters. It's irrelevant. And he went in there, got his money, and said, I'm done with this shit. Like, I don't need to do this anymore. Now, he did say after the fight that he was considering having another fight. But why would he do another fight when he just did this fight and nobody liked this fight? You know why? Because he wants more money. Why else would he do it? It's not because he wants to fight. He's going to put on the show like he did with Jake Paul, right? Where, oh, I really want to fight this guy. Look at me. I'm in shape, blah, blah, blah. And Mike Tyson is in shape, blah, blah, blah. But that's not why he's doing this. He's not trying to impress anybody. He's putting on a show and then he's going to get his money if he does it again. That's all I'm saying. So you guys that believe in all this nonsense, wake the fuck up. This world is all rigged. It's all controlled. It's all bullshit. And I honestly respect Mike Tyson for what he did because he was like, fuck it. You guys want to see me get beat up? You want to see an old man in the ring throwing punches and doing this barbaric shit? When I have this cozy little YouTube channel where I just sit down and interview people, but this is what you guys want me to do? I'm not going to do shit. I'm just going to take your money. That's what he did. And I was like, good. Fuck these people. Who cares? That's the way it should be. If they're dumb enough to give you the money for free, take it. Don't do anything. But whatever. People can make whatever excuses they want. They can try to make it sound like it was a real fight and make it sound realistic. It wasn't. It was a bullshit exhibition show. Made up garbage. This might as well have been WWE. But whatever. Anyways, I'm done talking about this. I think you guys get the point. If you like, comment, subscribe, share where you can. Hit the notification bell. See you guys in the next video. Take care.